it was sort of like when Kevy was the head coach of Queensland, you never didn't want to back him because players just want to play for Kevy. Like, he's got such a high profile name. Like, he's just a legend of Brisbane and Queensland. And I think it's just a great move because they'll want to play for him. Like,
For
he's
sure.
got time for everyone, I think. Like, back when we made the final for Griffith, the old Griffith Dragons. Young Jet was playing in our team, one of his sons, and
Yeah.
Kevy would come down to train. He came down to the Wednesday. It must have been the Monday right before the grand final, and gave us a big rev up. Like, I think it's good. Like, he's just got time for everyone.
The boys always talk about it, and he even came down before he flew down to Sydney. He was sort of came
Yeah.
in and just sort of talk about, you know, what it meant to pull on a maroon jersey,
Mm.
and like represent your state. And he was just like telling us, you hear it a lot in the media, like people talk about how emotional he gets when he talks about pulling
Yeah.
on the maroon jersey, but he was like genuinely nearly tearing up talking to us about
Yeah.
representing Queensland Uni. But it's just
It just
like,
means so much to him.
yeah, that's it. Like he just, it's not bullshit when people say how emotional he is about it. Like he's so passionate. Um,
Yeah.
but I think we've done him a disservice here. We've referred to him as Broncos coach Kevy Walters, but really it's Broncos coach Jet's dad.
Just everyone refers to him at training as Jet's dad.
Yeah,
No,
Jet's
no one
dad.
calls him Kevy. Hey, Jet's dad. It's like when you're in under sixes and stuff, and one of your teammates' dad's the coach.
Like I was even talking to my old fella about this. I said Broncos just need a coach in there who's like an old boy who can
Yeah.
restore the relationship between Broncos and the old boys, because there's been a lot of fucking like back and forth. You know, Gordy Tallis never, you know, misses the opportunity
Mm.
to talk shit about the Bronx, which is pretty
Yeah.
sad
100%.
considering he's like a Broncos great.
Yeah.
Uh, and I think that a lot of that did stem from when Seabold got the job over Kevy. A lot of the old boys
Yeah.
sort of like turned their backs on the Bronx. So hopefully now Kevy's back in there, they can sort of repair that relationship, and then you know, hopefully get some of those older boys in there to mentor some of the youth coming through. Because even
Makes
last
sense.
year, like when the forward pack were just, you know, coming under so much scrutiny, and it's like I understand with the COVID protocols, like some of the former players couldn't come in, like they weren't allowed in the bubble.
Yeah.
But how good would it have been just, you know, just having, you know, Big Petro go in, or Shane Webke just to
Yeah,
come
for
in and like
sure.
just talk to the boys, you know, get them pumped up again and instill a bit of belief in them, because that's probably one thing they really needed last year. But given the
Yeah.
circumstances, they couldn't go into the bubble, which is understandable. But you hope to see a bit of that this year, I reckon.